On the broadcast this week, walking out, ASB leads students in a peaceful protest against the district's budget cuts. Talon Collins reports. Also, recapping Monday's Feminism Club panel, how women are making a difference in the workforce. And a tradition of excellence, CR News takes the gold in-state with this year's Skills USA team. Weekly news starts now.
This is CR Weekly News with Tyme Sisakvanich reporting from the CRTV studio.
Good afternoon, Rapids, and thank you for joining us on this Friday, March 29th. We begin this week with a peaceful protest that took place earlier on Monday that saw students speak out against budget cuts that will affect staff and programs across their district. Talon Collins has that story. Talon?
Yeah, Tyme, as you mentioned, that student walkout was in response to a decision by the district that it claims was inevitable. Following in Fort Vancouver's footsteps, on Monday, leaders within Rivers ASB organized and led more than 100 students to the school's reader board alongside 99th Street.
$5 million of programs and materials is being cut, which is really concerning. Our sports and arts programs here at River are still developing, and to just cut them off is heartbreaking.
Anything that we can do, even if it's just simply wearing a red shirt, will just amplify the movement.
Many students held painted signs, many of which read, "Fund Our Future." Also on the sidewalk, Superintendent Dr. Jeff Snell, who was invited to attend the walkout by the event's organizers. In my interview with Dr. Snell, he explained he wanted to be out there to understand what students are focused on. He wanted to say that while he totally empathizes with the students' concerns, the district no longer has the reserve funds and federal pandemic relief dollars that once sustained staffing levels. ASB's Mayota Paul and Emerson Haney, who led the event, say there's a larger issue at hand.
I think there for sure are issues within the district that need to be addressed.
You don't have to be on like equity teams in ASB or on like any of these boards to contribute or to like make a change. It really, you just have to be able to speak up and choose to speak up.
You have the power and you can make the change. If you want to make the change and you can do it.
Even if that change is holding a sign. Talon Collins, CR News.
Talon, thank you. Be sure to check out our full story on Instagram. Also, administration has announced new student expectations in response to recent misconduct. Starting now, the upper and lower comments are only open to students during lunch as well as before and after school. During class time, students may not be in the hallways unless they have a pass that clearly states where they are going. 100-wing bathrooms will stay open and 600-wing bathrooms are only open during passing periods. ASB President Nick Ainello says, "Violence and inconsiderate behavior have no place in our school. We have an amazing group of students and staff who can make a difference if we band together. Thank you for all your hard work, and let's finish this year out strong." At the assembly this morning, we took the time to celebrate an array of clubs and sports by recognizing recent achievements. To start, bowling won 4th in league and districts, wrestling won 1st in districts, and girls wrestling finished 2nd place in District 4. Gymnastics placed 21st at state, boys basketball won 2nd in districts, and girls basketball won 1st in league and 2nd in districts. Way to go, athletes. On Monday, the Feminism Club hosted a Women's History Month panel. Here's Xander Rohn with the story.
On Monday, the Feminism Club held a Women's History Month panel in the gallery after school. The panel had 4 members who talked about their experiences in life, as well as answered questions. We spoke to the club co-president Sydney Stimmel about the panel's organization and what inspired her to create the club.
What inspired me and my co-president to start the club was our passion for equality for women, especially in sports and entertainment, and we just wanted to bring that vision here to Columbia River High School. We did the Women's History Month panel last year, and we wanted to continue a tradition of an annual Women's History Month panel. So we reached out to our panelists. We tried to find women in the community that were connected to Columbia River in some way. So 2 of the panelists had daughters that went to Columbia River, and some of them work in connection with Columbia River. As a club, we really want students here to be able to see women in the community in the positions that they want to be. We really believe in if you see it, you can be it.
A chance to listen and be inspired by women who are making a difference. Xander Rohn, CR News.
Xander, thank you. We have many congratulations to give out to students who participate in extracurricular activities. First off, we would like to congratulate the Jazz Band, who took the highest score in their division at the Clackamas Jazz Festival last week. They would have been given one of the top 3 places in the competition, however, they were unable to stay in battle in the final competitions. We would also like to congratulate Mock Trial for getting 9th at the state competition in Tacoma last weekend. Honorable mentions go out to Nico Ricardo, Brea Rule, and Harris Thorpe Maloney, who were nominated for Best Witness, as well as Arden Shire and Amelia Rice, who were nominated for Best Attorney. Lastly, we would like to recognize Sydney Chrysopoulos and Meredith Purdue, as both of the students were recognized and awarded scholarships in this year's recent ESD 112 art competition, which was open to the entire Southwest Washington area. Also, last night, choir performed at Fort Vancouver High School alongside students from Thomas Jefferson. They showcased some of the songs they've been working on, including Changes, a song that addresses racial inequality. We now turn to sports. Last night, boys soccer won their 7th consecutive game after a convincing 4-0 victory against Ridgefield. The game was dominated by River from the start, and the team now rides into spring break remaining undefeated. Also, the win was the boys' 3rd consecutive Newman Cup victory. Great job, boys soccer. And later today, boys baseball also competes with Ridgefield in a fierce competition. Between the two teams, there's only been 1 league game lost all season. Despite not being able to play for a while due to the rain, both teams are coming into the game fired up. Last season, the two teams split games and are hoping to get some momentum going into spring break. Come out and support the boys today at 4:30 at the Rourke. And before we go, last weekend, Connor Orr, Jacob McManus, Talon Collins, and myself competed in Tacoma for the Skills USA Washington State Leadership and Skills Conference in the video news production category, where we brought home the gold. This means that we are now the #1 ranked school newscast in the state, and our team will be heading out for the national competition at the end of June in Atlanta. That is weekly news for this Friday. I'm Tyme Sisakvanich. For all of us here at CR News, thanks for watching and have a great spring break.